today is the day that's gonna change my life forever. And I know after today there's gonna be a lot of change. But I know there's gonna be tough days. But eventually, those tough days will lead to the best days of my life. And at 22 years old, I'm ready to live the life I want and just live an authentic life and be proud of who I am. My name's Kevin, and honestly, this is the first time I've ever said this, but I'm gay. I am gay, and that's who I am. Not many people know, actually, no one knows that I'm gay because I've been telling a lot of people that I'm bisexual, which in a way I feel I kind of am, but if I'm gonna be honest and just do this, I'm really gay. I find some women attractive, but honestly that's very rare. And this has been something I've hated my whole life. And I've never been proud of it because I know my family does not approve of that lifestyle, nor do some of my peers. But I've realized I can't live for them. I've got to live for myself, and I've been working on myself a lot the past 2 years. And I'm really confident in living the life I want to now, and living for my own happiness, because the only person that's going to create change is me. I'm the only one that can do that. And honestly, I thought I'd be more emotional saying it, but I'm quite proud to just say it and be real and be honest with you. Honest with the world. I've fought this for a long, long time, and I suspect many of you have assumed that I am, or questioned it, or didn't care, or it may come as a surprise too, but it's who I am, and I'm proud of who I am, because my sexual orientation is just a small part of my character. It doesn't define who I am, and I know who I am. And if only I knew that, I'd be okay with it, because I'm confident in myself, I'm happy with myself, and I'm ready to lead in this world 100% authentically myself. I never thought I would be at this point in my life, ever, telling the world that I'm gay. In fact, I never wanted to say it to anyone, ever in my whole life. I just wanted to live my whole life without anyone knowing. But the older I got, I realized that that's just damaging to myself, and it's not doable. I've always been afraid to come out. I've always been afraid of being judged because it hurts. It really hurts. Honestly, I remember the first day I started to find men attractive. I was in 5th grade, and we were taking sex ed, and that was an adventure. I learned a lot that day, and it was a little scarring. I mean, that's some information to take in at a young age. But when we got diagrams of both anatomies and just looking through all of it, and I had a weird sense of being attracted to looking at that stuff, and it was weird to me in a way, but also not, because I was so young and innocent and I didn't realize that it could be so wrong. And then middle school came. Middle school was rough. Middle school was so rough. I went through some intense bullying in middle school, and all of my peers probably know what went on, and there was a lot of rumors that spread around because I trusted someone with telling them that I liked a certain person in her band, and then she blew it out of the water and created a story that I couldn't even imagine, and it created chaos. And it tore me down because I was so naive and kind and caring, and I still am. But it was taken advantage of. And honestly, I almost killed myself in 7th grade. And I understand how hard it is to get through the days that seem impossible to get through. But I have amazing parents, and they got me through it. Especially my mom. She's been there for every single thing in my life. And I love you, Mom. But through those tough days, I made it. I survived. And once high school started, it was a brand new start. I never went into that world again, because I realized how evil and cruel it was, and I never wanted to experience that again. In high school, those were definitely the best days of my life. I met so many great friends. I loved high school so much. It was the best place ever for me. And I just gained so many friends, so many skills. I learned a lot of life lessons, and I lived carefree and happy with all my buddies. And then towards graduation, I had some friends come out as gay and or bisexual or lesbian, and I just applauded them. I was like, you're so brave and courageous to be honest and authentic with yourself. And I was so proud of them because I knew that it took a lot to come out and say that to the world. Something I knew I could never do, at least at that point in my life. And so they're living their lives, and I'm proud of them, and I'm living mine. And college begins, and it was scary. College was scary, but even my first 2 years in college, I had no interest in being in a relationship, and I was still confident that I was never going to tell anyone ever about who I was attracted to. But then, one guy, my junior year of college, really, the end of my sophomore year in college, one guy came in. One guy came in and he changed my life forever. So, this guy came into my life, and right away I was like, wow, he's attractive. I thought he was pretty dang cute. But of course, I've found a few guys attractive before. So I was like, okay, this will just pass along as all the others did. But this guy also found me attractive too, and he was persistent. Oh, he was persistent and a little bit stubborn. And he fought for me. He did not back down. And I remember summer 2015, things were progressing a little bit more, and he was my first kiss with a guy, and I was getting scared. I was like, wow, two people are finding out, and I'm not liking this. And even through all my fear, and he knew that I wasn't out, and he knew what he was getting into. He loved me. He loved me. And after a full year, 12 months, 12 full months, I decided I'm going to take a chance with this guy because I like him a lot. And he was my first boyfriend. We have nicknames for each other. I'm Bear, and he's Moose, so that's how I'm going to refer to him. And for 2 years, he gave me the best days of my life. I was basically a puppet on strings, and he cut me off those strings, and he showed me a whole new world, and it was colorful and full of life and acceptance and love and respect, and something I never had with being 100% myself. And it was amazing. Every time I was with him, I felt free, and I could just be who I wanted to be, and I loved who I was. And he made me love who I was. He gave me the world, and I wanted to give him the world back. But I was too selfish and too scared of what could be on the other side of being honest with myself, to my family, and to my friends, and to the world. He was so stubborn, so cute, so playful, and the best boyfriend you could honestly ask for, especially if you're in the closet and hiding from the world, because he was incredibly patient. But he hurt himself a lot with that patience. And I hurt him unintentionally. And through it all, he stood by my side, always there for me, supporting me through college, giving me the love that I wanted. And I gave it back, but I didn't give it 100% like him. And that's because I was selfish. But that's okay. Because in my heart, in my gut, I knew I wasn't ready for that. And it's taken a lot of build-up and courage and motivation and determination to make this video. And I'm happy where I am. And I'm ready to move forward in my life. And he's a factor of why I'm so confident in myself now. But also there's more factors. There's my amazing friends, my best friends, and although I didn't tell all of them, probably in the best manner I could have, or I didn't tell them at all, some of them just knew or just accepted me and loved me and brushed it off as no big deal, which it should be, because it's 2017 and we shouldn't be in a world with so much hate anymore, because honestly, it's just life. It's my life, and I'm not going to judge other people. I'm not going to define people based on one characteristic. I want to get to know people and learn about them, and not base it on one small factor such as sexual orientation, because we're all a lot more than just who we love. We're human. And I remember distinctly in May, after college graduation, I had a friend message me late at night and just ask me how I'm so confident with who I am and being gay. And honestly, that surprised me. That surprised me a lot, because still in May I wasn't confident in who I was. I was a little more confident, but I still hated it. But that changed my perspective a lot, because I realized I was starting to be an inspiration for someone else, and that made me feel really good. That made me feel so good. That really made me feel like, wow, I'm really inspiring other people to just be who they are. And I wasn't even there yet. So, I guess that sums it up. But I'm Kevin. I'm 22. And for the first time, I'm saying I'm gay. I'm gay. And there's nothing wrong with that. I'm not gonna change. I'm just living the same life I am, but more honest. More honest with myself, with you, and with whoever I come into contact with. This is me, and it's a brand new start, and I'm ready to see what the rest of my life holds, because I know it's going to be a good one.